Vehicles come in all shapes and sizes. Some are big, and some are massive. We're gonna see the world's biggest Jeep.
I mean, that one's got some pretty big tires.
The world's longest car.
Has a helipad on the back.
To a land vehicle so big it consumes the same amount of energy as a small city, and even a gigantic Hummer that drives and has an apartment inside. These are the biggest vehicles on the planet.
Let's head over to the world's biggest Jeep. Right there. Just like the Hummer H1 X3, you can walk inside of it using a staircase like this. Let's actually go inside and have a quick look. Welcome to my crib. Jump inside. Now, we're not going to spend too much time on this because, as you can see, it's basically just a ground floor. It's got a little bit of a stage, which is interesting. Looks like a mini nightclub or something. But this is the Guinness Book of World Records biggest Jeep. Again, the other one that we mentioned, though, is one you can actually drive around and have some fun in. The Big Willie Mutant Jeep. To clarify, it's not the Big Mutant Willie Jeep. That'd be a little bit sus. To be precise, it's a 1.648 to 1 scale replica model that was built to honor the World War II veterans back in the day that said that this car could do anything.
Everything is so big that it's hard to see over the hood. I estimate Big Willie will weigh approximately 6,500 pounds, 3.5 tons. Big Willie is titled as a 1942 Willys MB and will be totally street legal.
The man behind Big Willie, Ian Leijeblatt, had been a metal worker for over 20 years, so he knew what he was doing. But it was thanks to a group of volunteers and sponsors that they were able to build that Jeep from the ground up in 7 months, 80 hours a week. Pretty crazy that they built that Jeep in only 7 months, but what's coming up next is gonna shock you. It's the world's biggest SUV, the Dabian. We're at the Rainbow Shakes Car Museum. This place has some of the world's craziest cars. And we're here to see one very special one. It's not that one. Let me introduce you to the world's largest SUV, the Dabian. Look at the amount of wheels that this car has. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 10 wheels plus 2 spare ones on each side. And I'm not sure about this, but with this many wheels, it could maybe even float on water. But this is 10 meters long. That's the same as a London bus. It's 2.5 meters wide and it's over 3 meters tall. It's a little bit of couple of different vehicles like mixed together. So first of all, the base is an Oshkosh military vehicle, but then you're gonna see it's got some Ford Super Duty lights right there. The cabin, which we're gonna jump inside in just a second, is from a Jeep Wrangler. The back is a Dodge Dart. And in a shocking turn of events, something that I didn't expect, an Apple logo. Let's jump inside. Ready? So you got a little swing step right there. Wow, okay. It's a little bit intimidating. I feel like this seems like a guardrail just in case, because one small mistake, you break your neck. Oh yeah, okay. Wow. So yeah, you're basically sitting at ground level with the side step. I can't even imagine trying to park this. Look at my point of view. Literally about 20 feet worth of bumper in the front. I mean, look at that hood. Imagine trying to turn this thing. So I actually have no idea how anybody would drive this, especially with there's like no visibility. This actually does hold the Guinness Book of World Records for the world's largest SUV. Also, in the steering wheel, instead of saying, Jeep, it says Oshkosh. All right, something I did not see, but with the light on, you can actually see all these different buttons. Trailer air supply, parking brake. You have different kind of gauges. Now, this is definitely not from a Jeep Wrangler. This is from an Oshkosh. I've never driven an Oshkosh, but this is probably what it comes from. And over here, you have your max speed setting. So you have, mud, sand, and snow. So max speed is 12 miles an hour. You can flip to 40. You can also flip it to 65. This is 55, but here it says 65. It would be absolutely terrifying to see a vehicle this large coming at you at 65 miles an hour. I mean, yeah. This has a 600 horsepower Caterpillar 15.2 liter C15 engine. Still though, as crazy as that sounds, this would probably be pretty slow because of how much it weighs. I mean, as you guys saw, there's a limiter for 60 miles an hour depending on how fast you want to go. Right, on to the next biggest car on our list, the world's biggest amphibious vehicle. Now, amphibious vehicles can get pretty nuts, but there's one that takes the crown for its size.
The huge Aftoro Shaman is an 8-wheeled beast that drives on any terrain and even swims on water.
Water!
I knew it!
It's your day off at the beach, guys. This truck or vehicle has a propeller. I'm going to attach this right now. Bam!
Nice.
Look at this, baby. All right, now we're going to go take this beast and just drive it around in the ocean.
With its length of 6.3 meters, 2.64 meters in width, and 2.95 meters in height, this monstrous vehicle is the size of 2 Range Rovers and it's road legal.
This right here is crab mode, and that means that the car will drive sideways. So we're going to crab along the beach.
Weighing almost 5 tons, it's not meant for fast driving. It has a max speed of around 70 kilometers an hour.
It can also tow up to 12 tons. That's like towing 2 adult elephants.
It starts at $200,000. So that's just like the... I know, it's kind of surprising, right? It's not...
Money will
Yeah. No, you thought I was going to say like $1 million.
I thought you were saying
Yeah.
This thing is also super fun to drive, so we had a lot of fun driving it on the beach.
Oh, it's so good!
Now
you
we're
see?
crazy.
Now brace yourselves for a literal world record holder, the world's longest car, and of course, it's a limo.
At 30 meters long, it's the length of 2 volleyball courts or the size of a blue whale.
Look what's approaching.
Has a helipad on the back. Can you believe this?